Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we'll be featuring Tier 10 Tank Destroyer Object 268. This is a Tech Tree tank, and we don't see these tanks too often these days, basically because it has been replaced by Object 268 version 5 or Tehran. Nonetheless, this is still one of the very capable TDs, and if played right, can single-handedly win the games. So today's replay was submitted by Achilles, and he just plays this tank perfectly. I think this is probably the best game I've seen in this tank as well. And my best game was like nowhere close to this game either. So the setup is listed in the description, but he's using camo as well as gun handling perks. He's on Abbey. He went to 8 line right away. This is a good spot where he is. He just crossed the bush. The bush just behind his tank is very strong. He can sit in the bush and not get spotted. However, since no one was spotting for him, he decided to take a little bit aggressive position. Panther 7 was spotted by someone else. He managed to put a shot in. He did not get spotted because there were trees in between him and the tank, and hence he didn't get spotted. Now, he plants another shot into Panther 7, but he did get spotted this time because there were no foliage in between these two tanks. He, however, managed to quickly retreat back into his original position, and this was the bush I was talking about. This is a very, very strong bush. You could basically sit there and fire at all the tanks and you will not get spotted. It also has a dip. You can get kind of in cover as well. He did, however, get lucky as he managed to block 1130 damage. Stone Cold gets spotted. He tried to put a shot at him, however, got unlucky and misses. And so far the game is going like any other game. The score is 15-15. He's getting shot by someone. However, he did manage to pen a tank there. I think that was a blind pen. He saw the tracer coming in and correctly guessed where the tank was and did blind pen him. And I think it was M103 that got penned while still being unspotted. And he is side scraping. Not really side scraping, but he's in a position where as soon as he fires, he can get in cover quickly, so he doesn't take any shot in return. And that's what he did. He put a shot in M103 and then retreated in cover, trying to get another shot, or his first shot in Stone Cold. He missed the first one and this time managed to hit his hatch. This tank has really good accuracy as well. This tank has everything. It has mobility, it has camo, it has view range, it has good gun speed. The only thing it doesn't have is the fixed turret. But however, it does have more HP than V5 as well as Tehran, and better DPM than both these tanks. Another 268 was spotted and he penned that tank as well. He is at 5000 damage. He only missed one shot so far, but his team is losing 10-14. So he's losing by 4 tanks. But he's staying composed. He's not making any rush plays here. However, the Panther 7 has been alive for too long, and his team's trying to eliminate that tank. It's 2v1 over there. Hopefully they get rid of Panther 7 while Achilles is trying to make his next move. He wants to get in a position where he can get rid of numbers, and he did get to this very unique spot, trying to kind of struggling with gun depression. They didn't manage to finally find the spot. But and while we were talking, the score is now 6 versus 13. 5 versus 13. Now this looks like an unlikely comeback at this point. Achilles is doing everything right. He hasn't made any mistake. And fortunately for him, their Manticore commits suicide and he finishes 268. It is things were getting slightly better, but they lost Conway and now it's 4 versus 11. He did finish M103. He's trying to get rid of guns at this point, and maybe it'll give them a chance to recover, but will he be able to recover? Well, if you have already saw the thumbnail, you know he will. But yeah, if you're playing, if your team is losing 4v10, usually most of us, we give up hope that there's no more opportunity to win the game. But actually he stayed composed. He went around the corner and finished Panther 7 that Conway failed to kill. He's at 6000 damage. That is 50% of his total damage, by the way. E50 is pushing, but he underestimated 268. E50 was pretty confident, I guess, since his team is leading, that he can just rush, but one tank you don't want to rush is tier 10 tank destroyers. They are capping 5 tanks deficit. Grills crossing in the open again. I think it seems like their team is very confident because of the advantage they had, and why would they not be? And Achilles took advantage of it and finished Grill as well. 3 versus 7 while the cap pressure is on. TVP is spotted. Still sitting in the open for some reason. He shot TVP, set him on fire, and a little bit of RNG there so that he doesn't have to peek to finish that tank. However, he got shot by Ruthless or 4005 or like one of the big guns, and he lost 1100 plus HP. When everything seems to be going right for him, he just got smacked by a 183 gun and is now down to 500 HP. He does have 8 kills, 9400 damage, and at this point he must be thinking, can I at least hit the 10k mark? But the game had something else in mind. He's at 8 kills. All these deadly bolters. And also this shot was a little bit, I thought he might not hit it, but he did manage to connect. Projetta was again trying to flank him, and he was loaded and managed to put a shot at him. Jag Tiger rushed his shot, missed his first shot. Achilles take his time, fully aimed, and managed to pen Jag Tiger. And then this Jag Tiger also seems to be either he's firing extended, as well as he's basically not in a very good position once he pushed, because Achilles was looking at him directly, and because of that, Jag Tiger bounced on 268. And that's the best way to, if you want to bounce shots while playing 268, is you have to keep your tank straight up so that you can maximize your effective armor. And finally, for the first time, Achilles' team is leading 3-1. He's at 10.9k damage and 10 kills with the 1 tank remaining. It's the same tank that penned Achilles earlier, and for some payback he has now loaded an HE shell. I think that shell is 4000, the tank is 4005, and the team is still trying to locate where the tank is. So going back to this tank is really good at holding straight lines. For example, in this map, as Achilles was holding the 8 line, it has the DPM, the camo, optics, gun handling, as well as the hit points. It also has not the best armor, but enough armor where you can block shots like as the Jag bounced off this tank, especially when they're not properly aimed. So this tank does have some advantages over the V5 and Tehran, but of course it doesn't have the turret, so it makes it a little bit difficult to fight opponents in certain situations, and you can also easily get flanked. 4005 put a shot in Manticore. I'm not sure if he penned him, however, the 1200 damage, and Achilles slightly high rolled the HE shell and hit the 12k mark. It's always exciting when you hit the 10k mark, let alone hitting a 12k mark with a Pool's medal. That is super rare. So thanks for starting this gameplay in Achilles, and that's it for today. Thanks for watching, guys. I will catch you in the next one. Have a great rest of your day.